Hello, my name is Liam Noonan, and I'd like to show you my Doodba setup for testing incoming mails in Odoo. I'm not the first person to do this. There is a YouTube video here which talks about using this tool, but it is an IMAP thing, and I wanted to use the Mailgate to make things more instantaneous. So instead of hooking up something like Thunderbird, we have Roundcube, which itself can be a little slow at times, but it suits the purpose. So we can just show what we can do here. Send some nonsense. Out it goes. It shows up in MailPit. I replaced a Mailhog with MailPit. We can use it to do like an HTML check, whatever. It's a useful tool. Why get rid of it? And then we come over here into Roundcube and we see our message. We see who it's from, Mitchell@manmanufacturing.com, to customer email, and the reply to info@manmanufacturing.com. Now when I press reply, I wrote a little script that auto populates the from address with the customer address. So we are replying as the customer. We can reply some nonsense back, send, and we see we automatically have a notification over here in Odoo. So it's instantaneous. We can, of course, also make new mail or new records that have aliases for them. There we go. As I was saying, can be rather slow. There we go. So we're going to be Openwood today, and we're going to go to info, and we'll call it a bunch of H's. Send it, off she goes, and go into our CRM. Oh, there we are. We had no text in there. Now we can reply to it, no problem, and it shows up over here. All good. And we've still got MailPit. So how is this done? It's just a standard Doodba setup. Again, replaced Mailhog with MailPit, and MailPit has a feature to be just an SMTP relay. So we relay it to SMTP. We relay it to mail server. Mail server is Docker mail server with anything really production related turned off. Then it has this ridiculous entry point script because Docker mail server does not do a good job taking environment variables and making them postfix configurations, so we have to just do everything with an entry point script. And we'll see the devil side of it. We have a Dovecot mailbox with user admin, or you can see over here, admin@mail server, and here it's admin with the password admin. So just like your standard Odoo setup for Doodba. And then we have Roundcube, email client fake. We have a plugin that keeps us with a persistent login by a cookie, which is nice when you're restarting all the time. And my auto create identity script, which I unabashedly created with Google Gemini. I don't know PHP. Let's go back here. And then we have SMTP real. It's Roundcube. And here we see our login is admin. So this is that entry point script. In postfix, what we have is, first of all, a client check. Well, first the account, admin at mail server. That's a postfix and Dovecot account. And then we have a client access check, which detects whether if your mail is coming from the SMTP Docker container. If it is, it gets automatically redirected. Anything at all gets redirected to admin at mail server. Then on the incoming side, if it's being sent from Roundcube, you see first we have handles admin at mail server, and then we, instead of creating an alias like in the Odoo documentation, we define it all the way at the map, the transport map, so it doesn't even get an alias, it just goes straight to the Odoo script as long as it is within our domain or domains. So in this case, I have our domains. It's manmanufacturing.com. Everything else just gets discarded. This is our Odoo Mailgate script. You can see your Odoo DB name, so devel, user ID, which is 2. I'm not sure why it can't be 1, but I have not been able to get it to work with user ID being 1. And the admin password, which is admin. Now this Odoo script, this is the default Odoo script, but it's Python 2. Docker Mail Server doesn't have a Python 2 instance installed, so instead of trying to deal with that, I just converted it to Python 3. I should probably send this to Odoo and see maybe they would include it so that it doesn't have to be a special patch. If you want to use this, you can pull it from, let's see, Pixarus and my Odoo fork. It is branch, that right there. So it works well for me. I'm glad to hear any input, and I'll talk to the Technativa guys because I think it would be a good thing to have in Doodba. We'll see what they think though. Thank you very much. Bye.